Hey everyone, welcome back to the Movie Studios, and I'm here with a brand new video for you guys. I'm here with a brand new series that I am starting on my channel, and it is Riverdale versus Archie Comics Character Essays, which is the better one, and the improvements and the disadvantages and things like that throughout what I've seen in the Archie Comics and what I've seen in the show that I love and hate, Riverdale. And I'm starting out with the beloved Archie Andrews. I have the two pop figures right here. We have Archie Comics Archie, Riverdale Archie. So, yeah, I'm blessed to have both of these. I really like them in Riverdale Pop collection. You can get these on Amazon. And yeah, so I'm really excited to talk about this. These are videos I've been wanting to do for a while. Ever since 2019, I've been thinking of doing them, and I'm finally doing them. Weekly, I'll try to do, it might not be every week. I'll try to do my best, but I'm hoping to get through every character that has appeared in Archie Comics and Riverdale. So that is pretty much all the main cast, except Tabitha Tate. So, yeah. So we're just gonna go ahead and start right off with Archie Andrews. Now, this is a character that I really dislike. And, like, there are some strong advantages and, like, likes to Archie's character. I'll talk about them in a second. But it's the things that they put him through. The situations that they throw him in. That really just caused me to dislike him. And, like, we're gonna start out with the acting. KJ Apa does a great job. Not the best actor on the show, but he does a good job of portraying the Archie that we know and love from the Archie comics. This one, the fun Archie. I mean, this one does look like a dork. I mean, look at that long nose right there. That's really long. I get that they were trying to for him to look like a dork there. But that really, like, I mean, obviously he looks like a dork in Riverdale, but, like, I felt like he has too much going on. I miss the times where it was like music or football all the way back in season 1. And then, well, it's good that he's helping the town out, like we're doing like these service projects, like opening up a community center gym and everything. Those are good things, and they help the town, and I do admire that about his character. He has really good intentions. They just blow up in his face. And that is two people's fault. That is the writer's fault and the character's fault. Now, obviously, the character isn't real, but the character, like, and, like, it's nothing against KJ Apa necessarily, but the character has just been proven to be dumb, and that is the writer's fault, the producer's fault, that is everyone who made this character's fault. The writer's fault, especially, because they're the ones who are writing his character that way, in a way that makes him not likable because of the situations that they put him in. Dumb, you know, that's the word that a lot of people use to describe Archie. Arrogant, there's a lot of words you can use to describe him. I mean, I kind of just lost hope for him at some point, and here is the main reason why I have lost hope for him. He is used as a filler character. He is used as a filler character. I'm sure a lot of people can agree with me on that. And if you comment down below and say he's overrated and gets too much screen time, that's fine. I'm not hating on Archie. I'm not loving on Archie here. This is my honest opinion. And I'm not trying to diss Archie like Riverdale's Archie too much, because I will get to more Archie Comics Archie in a second. But, like, Betty and Jughead take up most of the screen time by investigating, and that's fine. I mean, this season I've been enjoying their investigations more than usual, but Archie isn't an investigator, and they haven't built his character in that way, and that has really nothing to do with the issue. Archie doesn't need to be an investigator. That's not in his character. If they try to make it that way, it would make things even worse. It's just, the thing is that he hardly gets scenes with Betty. Well, he gets scenes with Betty. I mean, Barchie fan over here. He gets some scenes with Jughead this season more. But he's trying to save the town, but, like, he's so removed from the main plot by, like, in season 3, Sure, he got some scenes with Betty and Jughead, but, in season 2. But he's so removed from the investigation, like, his Uncle Frank storylines. Like, this season they've been doing him better by having him in the central plot, but especially in season 4, he was really, boxing, running a community center gym. He was so separated from the things going on at Stonewall. Like, I just think that they really, made him a filler character, and that it just bothers me, because Archie is one of my favorite characters, Archie comics-wise, and, character overall-wise. Just Riverdale has done him badly, and maybe they haven't realized this, and maybe they're doing it on purpose. This season, they have been doing him better, although he still makes dumb decisions, like running into a burning building in 507. One of his dumbest things he's ever done yet. And I understand that, his intention was to, sacrifice himself for that man ended up dying. I know you can't call those shots, but, moving on to Archie Comics Archie. This is the Archie that was in a love triangle between Betty and Veronica. He was the cool, kind of nerdy. He became more popular earlier on as he went through his schooling. He was the likable Archie. Him and Jughead's friendship was very focused on. He was caught between two girls, and, he was the main centered plot of Archie Comics, and he was just funny that way. I think everyone could agree that this Archie was the perfect Archie, the one that we wanted in Riverdale. Sure, he's a dork. Sure, there's times that he makes really dumb decisions. Sure, there can be things that you question him on by playing Betty and Veronica together, but he's still the Archie that is fun and enjoyable, lighthearted, the one that we wanted to see in Riverdale. Instead, we got an Archie who, actor's good. He's good looking, honestly. I'm not talking about this pop figure, I'm talking about the actor slash character. But it's not it's not the same as lighthearted Archie here, and here he has way too much stuff going on. Even deciding between music and football was a little bit too much for me with his character. I just wanted him to be more, laid back, and of course the show has taken, more of a dark path than Archie Comics, there's, vampires and stuff in Archie Comics, but the show is taking a different path, that, of course, they can't treat this character exactly like this character. That's impossible. Here are the things that I want Riverdale to improve on Archie's character to get back to this character. Number 1, make him more focused on the central plot, and they've done that better this season. Still not great, but better than the previous season. Season 4 was Archie's worst season. Yeah, I understand that he went through the loss of his father, which was still too much for a character like that. I understand that you can't, you can't, control, Luke Perry death, of course, but it just doesn't sit right with me how Archie had to go through all of that while dealing with everything else had going on, because season 4, Archie was wild, so disconnected from the main plot, not really likable. You wanted to feel bad for him, and then him and Betty cheated. Now, I know that I'm not going to get too much into it. I know that I'm a shipper, but I'm still disappointed in how that went about. One of the worst Archie eras was that into season 4. They really did them dirty, and they've done them dirty again. So, another thing is, make Archie's friendships better. Make him interact with other people besides Veronica and Hiram, and they've done a better job with making him and Jughead interact. They've done a better job with making him and Betty, of course, interact. But, I still feel like the Archie that we know and love has been so separated. We get scenes, a few scenes in there, maybe between him and Cheryl, but he's still just disconnected, and Betty and Jughead's take up the mystery, Archie and Veronica's take up saving the town thing. That's fine. That is built into their DNA. But I want more scenes with Archie trying to save the town. He's been doing that, but I want him to be more the situations that they put him in, like I said earlier, they're not, they put, it's not necessarily that, he's, dumb all the time, but, they put him in all the fighting situations. One of the worst ones was in this past episode, the mid-season finale of Season 5, when he had to fight all of those prisoners. I understand that he was in the army, and now he has experience doing it, but that was just way too, not even violent, not even fun. It was just okay, this character is done for. He's always put into these situations. They treat characters like Jughead, of course, with issues, but Archie is the one who looks dumb at the end by the way they play him, when his intentions are good. But again, the writers have done him dirty in the way that he looks dumb at the end when he's trying to save something, and that is their fault. Riverdale writers, please let us get back to this Archie. Fun Archie. Do the love triangle between Archie, Benny, and Veronica for once. Explore it. Do it sometime this season. Just go with it. Don't be afraid to do some Barchie stuff. Barchie versus Varchie. I'm all down for it. Don't make it lighthearted. Don't make Veronica just fine with it. They're adults now. They have more they can have more sensitive feelings to each other. They're supposed to be more committed to each other than they were in high school. You just gotta make it make sense. You gotta get back to the Archie that we know and love, not make him have so many things going on, not put him in the wrong situations. I think I've already ran long enough in this video. I mean, I'm only 10 minutes in, but, I think you get what I'm saying. That it's so different between these two Archies. The Betty one is coming either next week or by the end of this month. I'll say I have the Betty one in, and hers is not as bad as this one. This is probably the worst one. Jughead's is going to be interesting too, because I have some issues with that. I love Jughead in Riverdale, but I have a few things I want to say about him in that video. So you got the worst of it, Archie Andrews. Just not Archie Andrews anymore. There's certain things about Archie that I do like. There's things like his love for saving the town is nice. Him, always being pretty much nice to everyone. He has really good parts to him, aspects to that character. Outgoing. I mean, I will say he's become more introverted. Great emotional acting, I gotta say. KJ Apa really brings the emotional acting front and center for its character. I do really enjoy that. Okay, comment down below your feelings. What do you think about these two versions of Archie? Which one do you like better? Of course I like Archie Comics Archie better. They've done this one badly. Anyways, I want to thank everyone for watching Webby Studio. Comment down below your feelings. Which Archie do you like better? So anyways, thanks for watching Webby Studio. Like, comment, subscribe, and bye.